All right, I've got one of the coolest things I've had in a while, and this is the AIRHUG Lavalier mic system. It's a USB-C type mic system. We're going to test it on one of my action cameras that take USB Type-C mics. It will also work with your iPhone if it has USB-C, if it's one of the newer ones, and it will work with your Samsung phones as well. Just basically anything that will take a USB-C that can use a microphone, this will work with. But I think you're going to be really impressed with the size and what you get with this mic. And hopefully the sound test will be as impressive as the actual mic itself. Let's point the camera down and get a closer look. So here it is right here. I opened this earlier just to kind of get a glance at it. I haven't hooked it up or tried it yet, but we're going to do that together. But I was very impressed with the compactness and the size of the microphones themselves. They're very comparable to the new micro mics that are coming out. And here, oh, check this out. You get spare magnets for your microphones. You have a USB to USB Type-C charge cord, but I didn't expect this. This is actually a USB-C to Lightning adapter. So if you have iPhone, you can hook it up to either iPhone. So even if you have an older iPhone, this is going to work as well. Anything with a Lightning port. Very, very cool. I guess I should have researched that before I did my intro, but you can see right there, you just plug in the USB Type-C and it will adapt your mics. Very nice. Now, if we open this up, you can see it's got like a little charge case right here to keep them charged up. And we'll get into some of the specs in a moment, but this is the actual set. You do get a receiver and you get two transmitters. And you can see this is the little mic right here. Look how compact and cute that is. The mic is up here on top. You have your power button on the side. And this right here is one of those magnets for attaching it to your clothing. And it's got these little guards on it that you just peel off. If I can get it off, I have big fingers. There you go. And that's going to enable those contacts to touch and charge. So make sure you remove those and charge these things up before you use them. And then we'll take a look at the receiver real quick. And if you see in the case right here, there is a spot right there to put that adapter so you can keep it with you. So if you're going to be using this adapter, stick it in the case right there, just like that. And here is the little receiver. This is what's going to receive the signal. Peel this off, a little protective layer. It's very, very light. So you're not going to even notice like the weight of this on your phone. It's like, feels like nothing really. And on the side is a pass-through port. So this is so you can connect a charger or a power bank up to your camera or your phone to keep it charging while you're using the mic. That's another added bonus right there. Now, in the case of my iPhone, I have the 14, so it uses a lightning port. So to install this, you just plug it in, and you plug this in, and you're good to go. And you can see that actually, this thing keeps surprising me. I'm completely doing this on the fly, and hello. You can see it has a sound indicator on there to let you know which mic is actually working. That's just really cool. And if I pull the other mic off, it has its very own sound level indicator. You can see now that on the bottom, let me get my camera to focus. You can see on the bottom that the one I'm holding close to my mouth is peaking out at red. Normally you wouldn't hold this mic this close. But if I put that one down and I pick this one up, now you can see the one on the top. So you do actually have an indicator for each microphone. Very, very cool. I'm excited to try this out because I'm really hoping that it works as well as it looks. Because if it does, this might be replacing some of my more expensive mics for sure, especially if it works well on my action cameras. And another thing to note too is this is all held into the case magnetically. It's not sitting in there. It's not going to fall out. So everything is held in magnetically. And if you notice that when I hooked this up and I took these mics out, they automatically connected to this receiver. I didn't have to do anything to connect it. It just automatically paired itself. So it's going to be very easy to use. And checking some of the specs on this real quick. If you're worried about battery life, each mic will get 8 hours of runtime. That's without charging, 8 hours of runtime. If you have to charge the whole setup, the case and everything, it'll charge in 3 hours. But with the case fully charged and you putting the mics back in, you will get a total of 60 hours of use. This also has a dual noise reduction. It has a traditional style of noise reduction, but it also has an AI noise reduction as well. and we are going to test out these noise reductions. Now, as I said before, how these are super light, I just found the actual spec. They're only an inch squared. That's not very big. And they weigh 0.38 of an ounce. That's not even half an ounce per mic. That is great. So now that we've gotten the specs out of the way, let's go ahead and connect these up to a device and see how well they work. All right, so now we are actually recording on the DJI Action 2. So how does this sound? Microphone check 1, 2, 3, 4. And now I'm going to disconnect the mic and we're going to go off the built-in mic. Okay, so we disconnected the microphone and now we are on the internal microphone of the DJI Action 2. Does it help this action camera at all? Now, this is made more for smartphones. It's just kind of an extra if it works with the action camera. So make sure you stick around to hear the iPhone test next. All right, so this is the selfie camera on my iPhone 14 Pro Max, and this is the actual built-in microphone. This is not with the lavalier mic. This is just straight off of the phone using the phone's mics. So now let's go ahead and I'm going to hook up the little AIRHUG mic and we're going to test it. And then I'm going to also go through the different modes, because when this is connected to your phone, there is a little mode button down here on the bottom. I might have said mute earlier, but it is mode. And that's how you turn on your classic and your AI noise canceling. And you can see which mode you're in by looking at the little screen. So let's go ahead and switch over to the AIRHUG. All right, so now I am talking on the little AIRHUG mic. You can see it down here. Does this sound better than the actual microphone that is built into the phone? And note that we're not using any noise canceling or anything right now. This is just the actual standard mode. And to prove that I am on the AIRHUG mic, it should get really loud and obnoxious right here. Now, I'm going to set it right here on the table carefully, and I'm going to switch to the AI mode, or this is the AI noise canceling. And I'm going to walk over here, and I have some 3D printers running and an air conditioner. You can see them right here back behind me. Can you hear these printers running? And then what I'm going to do now is I now turn the noise canceling off. And can you hear the AC or the 3D printers now? Now, granted, they're not extremely noisy, but you should definitely hear a difference. And now I'm just under the standard noise canceling mode. So hopefully this little microphone is sounding much better than the actual phone mics themselves. All right, so there you have it, the little AIRHUG mic system. It definitely makes an improvement. I think it's going to make vlogging much easier because it's going to use those the noise canceling and the AI noise canceling to knock out a lot of crowd noise and background noise or traffic noise if you're out and about. You can actually, if you were sitting your phone down and you were doing a TikTok and you were further away, with line of sight, you could get like 66 feet away from your phone and it's still going to hear your voice. That's another plus to having a mic on you, is if your phone's further away or if somebody else is filming you and you're in a noisy environment, you're going to get your voice very nice and very clear. I like how small and compact and discreet these are. They give out a nice sound. I like the fact that you can see all the modes and the statuses on the little screen right here. You can see how much battery life you have, what your levels are, what AI mode you're in. You get 8 hours of use, which when we go to the theme parks and we do our vlogging, we can get a full day at the parks off of these mics, and you're going to get 60 hours with the case. That's just amazing. That's some of the longest lasting mics that I've actually tested. The case is nice to have also due to the fact that it's compact. It keeps everything charged and keeps everything protected and together. And overall, I think you'll be quite satisfied with this mic set. I hope this video helps, and thanks for watching.